choking, the blood is going out, and you can't breathe.
Chingma.
Get on it. Here we go.
Behold, I'm the Son of God. All right, everyone. Woo! All right, welcome to LaughterLaughs at the Aftermath to Laugh Harder. All right, guys, this is a second different show. Yeah, it's a different day. And I'm not going to tell you what day it is, but, it doesn't really matter. All right, cool. All right, let's start this shit. Your first headliner of the evening, the very funny Rose Rage, everyone. Woo! Rose Rage.
Hey, everybody, how are you tonight? Hey, look, give it up for the guys at Aftermath for trying to save the arts in Hong Kong. COVID is shit, and it's just tearing us apart. But I've got some advice for you at home who are watching this, hopefully. And that is, if you've been bored, and clearly you have been bored because you're watching this, an arts and crafts project. So what you need to do is you need to get a bunch of pipe cleaners. You guys know what pipe cleaners are, right? The wire things with a little fuzz. You all smoke crack, of course you know what. Okay, and you get a bunch of pipe cleaners, like 24 of them. You cut them in half. You get yourself some super glue. You get yourself some googly eyes. And, guys, you make yourself a crotch centipede. And ladies, you can, cut out and color some beautiful wings and, glue them on. And then when you wax, make sure to leave 2 hairs at the top for the antenna. You can make a beautiful vagina fly. Gross. It's beautiful. These are the arts we're saving here. Okay. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Rose Rage, and I know what you're thinking. Yes, I'm white. I'm actually kind of mixed because I'm a quarter Irish, and I'm a quarter English, and I'm a quarter French, and I'm a quarter German. It's no wonder I hate myself. Yep. And my dad was a man and my mom was a woman, so here I am. Yeah, I am trans. In case you hadn't noticed, I am trans, and not only am I trans, but I'm also bi. So I am the tomato and bacon in LGBT. And like bacon, bi is one of those things people don't really quite get, If you, say, have been originally dating the same sex, but then you get in a long-term relationship with the opposite sex, are you still bi? Turkey bacon, right? And L, I know you probably think you know what L is, impossible meat. So, lesbians. Okay, and just to finish it off, the G is mayonnaise. Okay, moving right along. I knew that I was trans ever since I can really honestly first remember. I didn't have the words for it, but from a really, really early age, I wanted to be a girl. I felt like a girl. I was attracted to girlish things. And I was a very sort of sissy boy. One of the hard things, the really hard things, was birthdays would come around. And when birthday comes around, you get a present, you get a birthday cake, it comes with candles. Your parents and friends say, if you blow it out in one breath and you make a wish, your wish will come true, but only if you don't tell anyone. That is a recipe. Okay, this is hard truth masquerading as comedy. A recipe for disappointment. Let's think about it. If you don't know that the person is disappointed, it's kind of like having sex with a man. Yeah, so I mean, every year I would wish for a Barbie, but I would get a G.I. Joe. And, man, those G.I. Joes mounted up, and I never got the Barbies. It was tough. Growing up in the South, there are a lot of people who are closed-minded, narrow-minded. They would say things like, well, being trans is a sin. God doesn't make mistakes. You're perfect just the way you are. And I'm thinking, you've never seen me naked, have you? It's like Happy Buddha is the template, and then it goes wrong. It's so odd that the women who would tell me that, they would have hinted hair and pierced ears. And I'm like, well, if God doesn't make mistakes, why did you color your hair and pierce your ears? You're nailing your Savior to the cross. Or you're at least giving him bloody diarrhea. You don't want to give Jesus bloody diarrhea, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's in the Bible. I haven't read it. Maybe not. Okay, so yeah, that's part of it. My friends, when I tell them that I'm trans, some of them would say this. They would say, "Are you sure you're not just gay?" And that was confusing for a bunch of reasons, but primarily because I'm going like, you mean there's a hierarchy? So like, and trans is above gay? So what is it? It's like you're straight, you're just straight, and then you're just straight, like Republicans and priests. And then you're gay, you're just gay, and then you're really gay, and then you say one too many yes queens, and suddenly you're trans. Is that the way it works? And then what's right over that? Jesus. I realized afterwards that I had the hierarchy flipped around wrong way, and they meant that I was maybe not quite as weird as they thought I was, but okay, so I'm absolutely as weird as they thought I was. So one other thing about me is that I've been married for a long time, and I've been married for 40 years now. This is absolutely true. Well, I just became a grandparent. I mean, my part was over 40 years ago, so don't clap too hard for that. Yeah, and my wife is, she's a wonder. I mean, I wonder why she puts up with me. But yeah, so if you'd like to know, if you're in a relationship and you want to know how to stay married for 40 years, I can tell you, don't divorce. Simple as that. I mean, just don't do it. Okay, so recently we had Christmas and my wife gave me a present. She gave me a toolkit, and it was not what I wanted, much like the G.I. Joes. When a woman gives someone a toolkit, it's like when a man gives a woman lingerie, right? First of all, that is not a present for the recipient. And second of all, what it means is, I want you to get up off your ass and do something. Now, in this toolkit, there was a hammer. And the hammer, it was a great hammer. It was giant, it was heavy, huge, it had an enormous head, it had a claw, it looked just like my father-in-law. And really, there's no more masculine tool than a hammer, driving them nails. Except arguably a screwdriver, but okay. And I'm like, I am trans. What am I supposed to do with a hammer? Then I realized. So I took the hammer, and I took those G.I. Joes, And all that frustration of all those years, I started smashing those G.I. Joes into tiny little pieces, and there's hands and heads flying off and chests being caved in, and it's like bodies flying everywhere and bombs exploding. It's just like Pearl Harbor, with the Japanese flying over in their Zeros shouting, "Tora, Tora, Tora," which is Japanese for dun, dun, dun. And there's explosions and people are dying, and boom, there goes the chaplain's wife. But that's okay, because you never really liked her, because she always thought you were gay. And then suddenly, boom, there's another explosion, and your boy bits go flying off, and that's okay, because you never really liked them, because you wondered if they thought you were gay. And then suddenly, boom, boom, into each chest cavity, a bit of shrapnel goes, and you're lying there dying. The blood is going out, and you can't breathe because your lungs have holes in them. And a brave doctor comes along, and he scoops you up, and he rushes you into the infirmary. But he's out of bandages, and the only thing he can do to stop your lungs from collapsing is to put in the 2 double D implants that the chaplain's wife was due to get in that very day. What a coincidence. And he saves your life, and you become indebted to him. You dedicate your life to being a nurse. And at the end of the war, on VJ Day, which doesn't stand for Vagina Day, although an awful lot of vaginas probably did get conquered that day, you find yourself in New York City in Times Square, and you're standing there, and a handsome young sailor runs out of the bar, and he scoops you up in his arms, and he plants a kiss on you, and he sticks his tongue so far down your throat that it goes to your imaginary ovulation, and you have a baby. And then suddenly a photographer jumps out and takes your photo, and you become on the cover of Life magazine, the most iconic image of World War II, with the possible exception of the mushroom cloud over Hiroshima. But that's gross, because thousands upon thousands of people died for that photo, and not one person got a double D implant. And besides, mushrooms are a fungus. They're not a plant or an animal. That's disgusting. Who likes to eat that stuff? Mushrooms are related to athlete's foot and jock itch. And come to think of it, girls, if you've ever given head to a soccer player, you've probably... I think I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, that's what you do with a hammer when you're trans. Okay, everybody, thank you. I'm Rose Rage. Tammy.
Rules Rage, everyone. Rules Rage. All right, and keep it rolling for your next comic, the hilarious Jordan Leung. Woo! Jordan Leung.
Cool, good to be here. Everyone, 2020, yeah, we'll always remember it as the year of the air fryer. That's what happened. All right, I thought that was hilarious. Cool. Rose was talking about herself earlier. A lot of people don't know this, but I've actually known Rose Rage for like a long time. I knew her before she was Rose Rage. I knew her when she was like STEM mad, you know? Yeah, it was all good old days. And the reason why is because her wife used to teach at the school that I went to. And Rose Rage is like, I've always known my whole life that I was trans, and I didn't know she was trans. All I knew was Mrs. Can I say her name? Mrs. husband has really long hair. That's all I knew. And yeah, now I put the pieces together. It was a 20-year mystery solved. That's cool. There's like COVID clusters now in like Kowloon side, right? Yeah. I live like a 20-minute walk from like where they're shutting everything down, you know? And my mom is like, oh, like, which side of Nathan Road are they on? Is it on the other side of Nathan Road? I'm like, yeah, it's on the other side of Nathan Road. He's like, oh, okay, that's good. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. COVID has spread all around the world, but they can't go over Nathan Road. And that's my mom's logic. It's cool. I think stand-up comedy shows are a highly irresponsible thing to be doing at COVID times. I will be the first to admit that. Even though this is my job. Sad. But there have been no clusters linked to like comedy shows, you know, despite comedy shows still happening, which makes me wonder, you know, is laughter really the best medicine? Which would technically make me a doctor. The best kind of doctor. Take that, Mom. All right. That's cool. I live in Hong Kong, so do you guys. I take the bus a lot, take the big buses. I don't know if the white people do that, but, you know, I take the buses. And sometimes when you wait in the bus line, there's like a long line behind you, and then you have to like wave the bus when it comes, you know? But I don't want to like insult the bus driver's intelligence. Be like, you know? But I'm always really worried if I don't wave, the bus will just leave. And then everyone will just be really mad at me. But, you know, it's cool. I just do like this, you know? Like, yeah, he knows what's up. Or she, you know, they're female bus drivers. I wish I had traveled to Europe more before COVID happened, you know? I feel like it's not... I'm not gonna be welcomed with like open arms, you know? Oh, what are you? I'm Chinese. Get out of Italy. Get the fuck out. That's not how they talk. It's okay. It's cool. Man, these are all new jokes. That's my excuse. Been dating. You guys know that. It's weird, like, you know, when you like look at like photos of like we look at the photos of like Asian women, they're like 2 or 3 years old. It's like, okay, you know, she might be even hotter now, you know, but like it's like a white woman and it's a photo 2 or 3 years ago. I'm like, I have to. Do you have any recent photos? All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would date a white woman in Hong Kong, you know, it's just weird. It's not that I don't like dating white women, I just don't like doing like white people stuff in Hong Kong, you know? Like we have to, if it's summertime, we have to like go to like junk boat parties like every weekend, and that's not what I like. And the white people like to eat their broccoli raw. That's strange. I don't like that. Chinese people, we have our own vegetables. Yeah, you guys know that. But sometimes we eat like white people vegetables as well, you know, like we eat broccoli, we eat lettuce. But with lettuce, we like to cook our lettuce, you know, even though we called it san choy, you know, which means raw vegetable, but we still decided to cook it, you know, we just don't want to follow the instructions. And that's the biggest secret we've been keeping from white people. So if you're not Chinese tonight, don't tell anyone what I told you. It's a secret. It stays between us. I think this is my last white people joke of the night. I think you guys know Scandinavia. You guys familiar with that white place? I think Scandinavians are like Japanese white people, you know, because they're like really good and like design oriented, you know. Like IKEA is just like furniture but Uniqlo, you know. All right, cool. So I go on dates with like Chinese girls and stuff here, and big thing I like to do is like I don't want them to think I'm really bad at Chinese, so when we like pick a place to go for a date, I'll like go read the menu in Chinese beforehand, so that when I go to the restaurant, I can just order everything and really not impress her. And then sometimes she'll be like, oh, let's go get dessert. I'm like, fuck, no, can't, no, this is a terrible idea. Okay, this is hilarious. People, you know, like oysters are aphrodisiacs. You guys hear that? Yeah, all right. Oh, there's something else I forgot to say earlier, but it's okay. But I think like it's not that oysters are aphrodisiacs. I think it's the oyster bar that's an aphrodisiac. You know, it's like a nice venue, you know, it's like fancy, you know, like if oysters were aphrodisiacs, I would just hit up girls and be like, yo, you want to take a shot of oyster sauce together, you know? That's not how it works. All right, cool. I had phone sex for the first time recently, and what they don't tell you is phone sex is like 10% sex and 90% lying. You know, like this girl was like, "Oh, like, are you taking your pants off right now?" And I'm just like, "Dude, my pants have been off the whole day." You know, yeah. And she'll be like, "Oh, how are you gonna fuck me?" And I'm like, "Oh, you know, I'm gonna fuck you in one position until my legs get tired. And then we're gonna switch to a new one. Yeah, are you a bad girl? Yeah, all right." Phone sex, amazing. Before, back in the day when I was on Tinder, this girl I matched with, she was like, "Hey, are you down to be a sub?" So I said yes, because I thought she meant like substitute for her boyfriend. And I went over to her place, and she is not very nice to her boyfriend. And she was like, "Oh, like, if you don't like this, you know, we have a Switch outside." So I said yes, because I wanted to play the new Mario Kart. And I went outside, and I didn't see any video games, but I did see her boyfriend. You know, why did you need a sub? But yeah, we still played Mario Kart, you know, except like he was Mario, and I was the cart. But he let me be Mario as well. Cool. Yeah, cool. BDSM, cool. I don't know. For some reason, I always thought I was like submissive, you know, and I just thought I never like met a girl that would do that kind of stuff to me. And then I met this girl, and she was like hitting me and stuff, and I was just like, "Dude, this doesn't even hurt," you know. Like, all right, okay, cool. This reminds you, I buy drugs before. Well, that's not a sentence. When I lived in New York, I found a drug dealer off Craigslist. You know, you guys know what Craigslist is. And when you buy drugs, I like to give them like a burner name. I don't want them to know my real name. So he was like, "Yo, what's your name, man?" I'm like, "Jay." And he was like, "Oh, I'm also Jay." And I just knew we were both not named Jay. And that was fun. And then I hit him up again a year after, and then he called me Jay, and I'm like, "Why is he calling me Jay?" And that's when I remembered we were both lying to each other. I live in an apartment complex thing in Hong Kong. They call it estates here. It's the proper word. And someone from my complex like killed themselves, and it's happened like 2 or 3 times. So like now when I walk home, I only walk in like the covered area. Just don't want to fuck with that. Suicide, hilarious. Okay, cool. Let's do one more. And then, how much time have I been on here? Do you guys want to go home? I can do one more joke. All right. Oh, you guys don't want to go home. Okay. All right. I'll do one more and I'll leave. I think being suicidal is like being gay, you know, because the more you say you aren't, the more people think you are. You know, I'm not gay. All right. Should I do one more? Should I be a Tambi and just keep trying jokes until they land? Yes, please. All right, let's do. This is my favorite one, but most of you guys have heard it. Most of the sex I've had is in English. You know, I mostly have sex in English. I've never had sex in Chinese, and it's just there's some things that I want to try, but I don't know how to say it. You know. Like, I like choking, you know, and I can't just be like, "Hey, how you?" But, you know, I want to invent like a language learning app that teaches people how to have sex in different languages. It's either gonna be called Rosetta Bone or Duolingus. All right, cool. Thank you guys. Bye.
Jordan Leung, everyone. Jordan Leung. That was amazing. Let's keep it rolling for your next act, the hilarious Bhavan Bhutani. Woo!
I live in Saingpon. Yeah. And unlike all the other expats, I bother to learn the language of my neighbors. So now I can speak fluent French. C'est vrai, j'ai parlé très bien français, hein? Il y a beaucoup de gens de français dans les Saingpon, hein? Il y a beaucoup de gens de français dans les Saingpon. Je pense que c'est parce que le Eric Kaiser. But yeah, look, you have to love the French people. You have to love the French people because no matter where in the world they live, they always choose the chicest neighborhoods. Whether it's Saingpon in Hong Kong, South Kensington in London, Greenwich Village in New York City, or Paris in... That whole city is chic as fuck. But I often get asked the question, but Bav, where do all the Indians live? Well, let me give you a little clue. Find a map, yeah? Find your nearest airport. That's it. That is all you have to do. Indians always live by the airport. And some of you are thinking, but Bav, we're in Hong Kong. So many of your people live in TSD. How do you explain that? Well, up till 1998, there used to be an airport in TSD. And if there's one thing Indians hate more than Muslims, it's moving. But the reason why Indians live close to the airport is that if you ever ask an Indian, where are they going on holiday? The answer is always the same. It's back to India. Like an Indian's relationship to India is like a salmon's relationship to where it was spawn. No matter at what cost, once a year they'll make it back just to reproduce. And no matter where in the world an Indian ends up, their family will come and visit. Which means that every weekend you have to go to the airport and pick them up. And those Indian families, when they come and visit, they stay for as long as that tourist visa allows them to. And every weekend, because Indians hate eating local food, they have to eat Indian food, you have to go to the Indian shop. And where's the Indian shop? Right by the airport. Right, this song is it's about COVID-19. Thanks to COVID-19 for getting my granddad's present wasn't such a big deal. Thanks to COVID-19, I got my inheritance sooner than I expected. Thanks to COVID-19 and social distancing, I didn't have to attend his funeral. Thank you, COVID-19. It wasn't that bad, was it? Wasn't that bad. Because of COVID-19, we haven't been able to do as much stand-up, which means that a lot of jokes that we love to have said throughout the year that we haven't been able to say. Like this one. Who had a great Valentine's Day? Yeah, I can feel it. Oh, I can only imagine how good your Valentine's Day was. Mine was amazing. Like on the run-up to Valentine's Day, my son came up to me and goes, Daddy, what are you going to be doing for Valentine's Day? And I looked down at him and said, buddy, for Valentine's Day, we're doing your mum. Cutest high five. But the day itself was lovely because my wife gave me a present that, quite frankly, money can't buy. And I was so happy about that present, I wrote a song about it. I got the best present from my wife the other day. It was something to behold. It's everything I could wish for. If anything, it was just a little bit more. But I loved it anyway. It was her period. Her period. Her period. It was her period. I mean, I was so grateful because it would have taken my tally of children from 2 to too many. But look, as a straight man that carries himself with all the confidence and privilege of a Caucasian, I feel I'm entitled to talk about periods. Or as I call them, my only regular source of iron. I'm a vegetarian, I gotta get it from somewhere. But I think it's an absolute disgrace that women have to pay for sanitary products. I think it's an absolute disgrace. Which made me think, like, what would it be like if men had to have periods? Well, first thing I think we could definitely do is make a competition out of it. In the office, Gusher of the Month. This month is Nigel, or as we call him, Niagara. But because we're men, right, we would have fixed this whole problem about having to pay for sanitary products. We would have figured it out, how to get them for free. And what we would have done is that we would have written a letter, a strongly worded letter, to our favorite brunch places and demanded that they put free sanitary products in our bathrooms. Because you see, when we're paying for free flow, we demand free flow. Give me a cheer if you've got kids. Yeah. Okay, give me a cheer if you don't have kids. Yeah, that difference in sound you heard is called happiness. The key takeout, don't have children. I've got two, mainly because I don't believe in learning from my mistakes. Yeah. Now, like, don't get me wrong, I love my children. Like, my eldest, he's a beautiful boy. Like a beautiful, beautiful boy. Like if I was a pedophile, I would. Like, that good looking. My youngest, probably a 7. Yeah? But he was having issues with his speech. So I had to take him to a speech therapist because he wasn't enunciating. Right? So I took him to the speech therapist. And the speech therapist, she ran all her tests. And she came to me and goes, "Sir, what exactly do you think is wrong with your son's speech?" And I went, "He's not enunciating. He's just not enunciating right." And she said, "Far from, sir, far from. He's speaking fluent Filipino." It's a true story. My kids, they love this place called Fun Zone. And if you're an expat parent and you've not been to Fun Zone, keep it that way, because all of your weekends will be spent there. And if you're a local parent, you don't have to worry, because your kids will never know the meaning of the word fun. So my kids are young. They still love Peppa Pig. And while I was watching Peppa Pig, I just realized it's just not suitable for children. And I will demonstrate that to you right now. So Peppa Pig is not suitable for children, and I will demonstrate that by drawing Daddy Pig. You see, Daddy Pig has got quite a bulbous shape, a bit like this. You're probably thinking, not offensive, not rude, but let me just fill in his nose. Now you tell me that doesn't look like a giant ball sack with a tiny winky on it. And because it's Daddy Pig, yeah, he's got facial hair here, 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 and here. Now you tell me that that's not a giant hairy ball sack with a tiny winky on it. And because he's Daddy Pig, yeah, they colour him in penis pink. And yeah, what they don't want you to see is like you're watching a family of penis heads, right? So what they do is they give him a mouth, or they give him some eyes, they give him a mouth, they give him some glasses, they give him some ears, and it's like, oh, look, it's Daddy Pig, it's Daddy Pig. It's not a giant hairy ball sack with a tiny winky on it, it's Daddy Pig. But then just to mess with your mind, what they do is, right, they crinkle up his mouth, they crinkle up his nose, and they make him sneeze. Utter filth. Utter filth. Talking about utter filth, I would like to sing a song about the strippers in Wan Chai. Right, so this song is dedicated to all the strippers in Wan Chai. I find strippers in Wan Chai really disappointing, They don't look like the chubby old ladies outside, Now, I can't be the only one that's walked down Lockhart Road and you have those chubby old ladies outside the strip club saying, "Come on, sir, come in for a lap dance. Come on, sir, come in for a lap dance." And I'm going, well, I like what I'm sampling. Can't wait to see what I get when I pay full price. And you get down, there's a bunch of 20-somethings gyrating away, offering you a lap dance. I don't want a lap dance, I want a lap sit. I don't want boobs on my face. I want boobs wrapped around my face. It's just false advertising. Just false advertising. All right, this next song is about a friend of mine that worked in a time factory. And yes, he had too much time on his hands, so this is a song about him, okay? You've got time on your hands. You've got time on your hands. But I got mint and dill and other herbs. And you've got time, and time's a shit herb. So, thank you. So, it's a true story about a friend of mine that worked in a time factory. His job was to taste it to make sure it's good enough to sell to the customers. Right, to taste it, but he decided to quit the job because he found it far too time consuming. He went to his boss and he said, "Boss, I quit." And his boss said, "You can't quit. You're the best goddamn time taster we have. Would you stay if we give you a pay rise and a promotion?" And my mate had to think long and hard, because for the first time in his life he would have been ahead of time. There's one more joke. So he came to me, he goes, Bath, should I take the job? Should I take the promotion? I said, "Mate, I can't help you here because I can only offer you sage advice." Yep, okay. This next song is about some movies I saw from the 80s. I saw a movie from the 80s. It was called Predator. I thought it would be about a pedophile. And it wasn't about a pedophile. It's not. You see, it's about this extraterrestrial creature that goes around killing people like this. Like, ah! With a title like that, you know what I mean? It's a fucking joke. I saw a movie from the 80s. It was called Predator. I already done that one. Sorry. I saw a movie from the 80s. It was called Aliens. I thought it would be about immigrants. And it wasn't about immigrants. It wasn't. It's about, this extraterrestrial creature that goes around killing people like this. With a title like that. You know what I mean? Bit of a joke. I saw a movie from the 80s. It was called Terminator. I thought it would be about an abortionist. It wasn't about an abortionist. All right? It's about, this cyborg that's been sent from the future to kill Sarah Connor. So she doesn't go on and give birth to John Connor. It's all about an abortion! Such a clever movie. Such a clever movie. Look, I've been living in Hong Kong for a while, and quite frankly, I feel it's about time I learn how to speak some Cantonese. So, I've been taking Cantonese lessons, and people talk about Cantonese being a super difficult language to learn. It's not. It really isn't a difficult language to learn at all. So much so that I'm going to prove it to you by doing some Cantonese lessons with Bav. Now, what motivated me to learn Cantonese was when I first came here, I used to get the phrase "ngoi" mixed up with the phrase "ngao." Now, "ngoi" means thank you. "ngao" means no. Penis. You can imagine the confused looks on the cashier's faces at the 7-Eleven when they give me a $10 bill and go, "ngao." And they're kind of going, "Buddy, I don't know where in Hong Kong you're going to find cock for $10. Probably some seedy bar next to Petticoat Lane. Kyle. But look, Cantonese isn't that difficult, right? Don't worry about the tones. I just really broken it down for you. So here's a useful phrase. Gaydor, how much? Gaydor, how much? Easy way to remember gaydor, how much, is to remember of a homosexual door. A gay door. If I saw a gay door, I'd be going, how much? Another useful phrase is Malaga. What is it? Malaga. What is it? The way I remember that is think of the Spanish city, Malaga. Malaga, 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 Malaga. So easy, so easy. The next one is a really useful phrase. It's dim guy, which means why? Dim guy, why? The easiest way to remember that is to think of Donald Trump. Because after all, he's a dim guy. And also, why? Like, why is he still president? Why is he still... The next phrase that rhymes with dim guy is puck guy, which means asshole, puck guy. And the easiest way to remember that is to think of Donald Trump. Because he's an asshole. But the next phrase I want to teach you is the one that you hear all the time in Hong Kong. Ching mat kao gun che moon. Ching mat kao gun che moon. You hear it all the time, right? It means, please don't stand back from the closing doors, right? Ching mat kao gun che moon. Now you're thinking, whoa, that seems a bit complicated. I don't know if I can remember that, but let me break it down for you, right? First bit we're going to learn is Ching Mut, right? So the way to remember Ching Mut is to think of a dog called Ching. A Ching Mutt, if you will. A Ching Mutt, right? Now Ching Mutt, right, has a gun, as a cow gun, right? So he's got a gun that fires a cow. A cow gun. A cow gun. Yeah. Right? Now, Ching Mutt's cow gun, right, is aimed at a chair moon, right? A chair moon. And the way to remember chair moon is to think of former chairman of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon. Right? Right, you got it? Ching Mutt, cow gun, chair moon. Right? So let's do this together. Ching Mutt. You can do better than this. Ching Mutt. Cow gun. Chair moon. Hours that was. Look, you've been, I can say, a absolute delight of an audience, and I'm going to finish on a song about relationships. Right. This song's about relationships, and then I'll piss off. All right. You're dumped.
Bob and Booptani, everyone. Bob and Booptani. All right, we got a special guest. Gonna drop in Tim Toll over here, which means the updated total of funny comics for this show is still 4. All right, guys, make some noise for Tim Toll, everyone. Woo!
Yeah! Yes, I deserve this spot. I've earned it. Yeah, so I am like the bonus feature in the DVD, so it'll be as interesting as director's commentary. Yeah, I am trying to get back into dating, which is weird for me because I have a lot of bad luck. I always attract gold diggers, which is awkward for everyone because I'm broke. And she'll like order a bottle of wine, and then I have to awkwardly call the waiter over and be like, "Yeah, she crave 2 hot waters." Like, bottle of wine, like who else is coming? What the fuck? But yeah, I also have a lot of trust issues. I don't know if you guys ever been out with a group of girls, but every time to go to the washroom together, I can't help but think that they're doing coke without me. Like, no wonder you're not hungry. I guess trust issues is not my only problems. I have anger issues. I get mad at random things. Like yesterday, I saw this poster for a missing bird. I'm like, who the fuck is this for? Right? What am I supposed to do with this information? Put bird seeds on my windowsill? Like, fuck that. Right? I honestly thought about calling the number and being like, hey, bro, I found your bird. He was in the sky. But I didn't do that, because I kept picturing this old Chinese guy with an empty bird cage. I felt bad for him. But like, fuck him, right? Find my bird. I can't even find a match on Tinder. Fuck you and your bird. Hope that shit never lands. I'm just jealous I can fly without restrictions. But I have gone on dates, you know, some of them go all right. Like I went out with this girl a couple weeks ago, and then she asked me to do something weird. She asked me to hold her purse. I was like, the fuck? Right? The only time you'll see me hold a purse is if I snatch it off an old lady. Like, what am I gonna take that purse for? I'm on a date in Hong Kong. There's no money in that purse. Like, I feel like if guys packed or had a purse, we'd pack it with real shit, you know, shit you need. Like money for one. Knife. Forgot. This is another cocaine joke. All right, let's cut this one. Okay, sometimes my dates work out and, you know, we'll date for a while, but then my most recent girlfriend broke up with me. Well, actually, I broke up with her because she was not down for oral sex. Like, no blowjobs, no nothing. Not even, like, tickling the balls a little bit. Like, nothing at all. And I asked her about it. I'm like, oh, why the fuck wouldn't you give me a blowjob? And she's like, it looks like Papa Pig. Just kidding. She's like, it's gross and it's degrading. I'm like, degrading? Holding a purse is degrading. Sucking a dick is amazing. You know what I meant. But she brought up a point that really made sense to me. She's like, it's degrading. Think about every time you've told someone to suck your dick outside the bedroom. When has it ever been a good thing? And she's right. It's never a good thing. You know what I mean? Like the ref blows a call, suck my dick. Boss asks you to do overtime, suck my dick. It's never a good thing. So what I'm gonna start doing is doing some PR for the term suck my dick. I'm only using it as a compliment. Like when the waiter brings you a refill without you asking, suck my dick. Someone holds the elevator door for you, thanks bro, suck my dick. But like, you know, like Facebook, birthday, suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick. But you know, like with anything, there's limits, right? Christmas is coming up. When your grandma gives you a sweater for Christmas, just say, thanks grandma. Is that? And that's all the time I got. Suck my dick. I don't know. I passed it to Nova.
Yeah, okay. Tim Toll, everyone. Woo! All right, are you ready for your only headliner this evening? Woo! Yeah, man, no one else has headlined any shows tonight. Okay, cool. Okay, guys, he's a rising star here in the Hong Kong comedy scene, okay? Dude, his writing, his performance, his stagecraft, his vision, his voice, unparalleled for comedians 6'2" and over, okay? Yeah, he's really, really good for someone of that height, okay? It's hilarious. Seth Waters, woo!
Oh my God, this is so exciting. We're doing there's not enough people here. I'm not gonna get as much attention. I don't wanna do it. No, I don't wanna do this. Not enough middle-aged Australian women are gonna come up after the show and tell me how wonderful I am. I don't know if I wanna. That's my target demographic is 47-year-old Australian women who live in mid-levels named Barbara. It's just Barbara. I just miss her. She was really nice after a show. This is fun. I'm assuming that's aimed right at my dick, which is where it should be pointed. Hello, my darlings. I don't know if you can tell from how I'm dressed this evening, but I am a vegetarian. And I've been a vegetarian for just over a year now. I still haven't told my parents. They're still processing the gay thing. Oh, what? He's gay? No! How did you know? What gave it away? Shut up. I have been working out a lot. It's been really great. I've been doing a lot of exercises, hitting the gym. I am feeling pumped, feeling swole. I am ready to bottom. Oh, yes. No one told me that leg and lower back exercises just make you want to sit on a dick. Oh my God. And see, here's the thing is like some straight guys don't want to sit on a dick. So if you see a straight guy who has very thin legs and skips legs day, that's just a straight guy who doesn't want to bottom, and that's fine. But if you do see a straight guy with muscular legs, just know that he has a dildo at home. He takes care of it himself. How feminist. It's good. What was next? Let me wander over here to the dark corner. Good. We're fine. I am a vegetarian, but I remember the rules of being a meat eater. There were a lot of rules in America. One of the rules that was drilled into us as a meat eater is that you should never, under any circumstances, consume raw or undercooked chicken. Oh, Lord, the number of school presentations I got where someone would come in and be like, children, listen and hear me. Whatever you do in your life, praise be, hallelujah, do not eat raw or undercooked chicken. You can, because here's the thing. You eat raw undercooked chicken, you get salmonella, and you die. That's it. That's what I thought happened. Like there's no other future possible for you. Like you eat chicken, you get salmonella, and there's no medical intervention at any point. They don't even know what salmonella is. It's a mystery. They have no treatment for it. They're still working on a vaccine. So don't eat raw or undercooked chicken. But then I found out that's not true everywhere, because in Japan, you can eat, raw chicken. It can be artisanally sliced and prepared on a plate for you. That's amazing. Can the Japanese, they're amazing. Is there anything they can't do? Yes, apologize for war crimes. That's what they can't do. And listen, I'm in Hong Kong, it's an international audience, and most of the people in the audience are richer than me, so I'm obviously not shitting on poor Japanese people. I'm shitting on the 2 rich Japanese people who matched with me on Tinder and then unmatched. Hiroshi. No, he didn't apologize. Not an ounce of it. He didn't even massacre my Nanjing. Okay, that's fine. Hey, get on it. Here we go. It's fine. I really enjoy doing stand-up comedy because I don't have to interact with people when I'm up here. I'm a very awkward person. I'm very awkward. And you know what? Here's the thing is because I'm gay, I feel very uncomfortable talking to straight people. And because I'm awkward, I feel uncomfortable talking to gay people, right? It's just I'm talking to straight people. I usually just panic and I'm like, some sports have referees. Oh, I'd love boxed wine. Thank you. But then I'm talking to gay people and I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, my favorite one is Bianca Mattel. Oh yeah, sure, we can bareback, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, and then I talk to bisexual people. I have no idea what to do. I'm just like, coercing people into threesomes is fun. Oh no, I'd love to live on Llama. You notice I insulted gay, straight, and bi people there. That's called intersectional comedy. Most comedians can't do that. You'll notice I did not make a joke about transgender people. I know the rules. And they're having a hard enough time. As it is, their public figures include Caitlyn Jenner, which is, everyone was like, oh my God, she came out. And then it was like, oh, but she's still a rich white person. So that's limiting her activism. I can get her pronouns right. She's still a bitch. That's fine. You got to insult people the right way. I got to wander back over here. I think I'm still in shot, but if I'm not, enjoy my leg. Here we go. Just a little. Ooh, look at that. It's the only part of me that the muscle shows. The rest is just a jiggle fest all the way down. And no one else gets excited on a ding ding because you go over a bumpy spot. Nope, just me. Okay, that's fine. You thin Hong Kong fuckers, you. I was like, what do you mean? It's like sometimes when you're on the ding ding and you're riding it. And actually, here's another thing. The number of white people who live on Hong Kong Island who don't know that the tram is called a ding ding, and I'm doing a joke about jiggling on a ding ding, and they're sitting there being like, is he riding cock in this joke? A ding ding, that must mean penis, right? I'm like, no, just a little bit, put in some effort. You'd know that ding ding is the large tram that drives down the road and occasionally goes, plot twist, ding ding. They're very practical when they name things, Chinese people. They're just like, hey, this is near a forest and we saw a deer, so we'll call this Deer Forest Restaurant. I'm like, that's the best way to name it instead of doing a pun. I hate puns. Listen, normally when you're last, you get up here, you make jokes about what other people said. I'm too tired. I haven't done stand-up in ages. I've just been in my apartment watching anime for the action and not at all for the muscular men who get more muscular as they fight. No, that's not it. That's fine. But Japanese people are very homophobic, which is strange. because they make that content. Okay. We're having a good time. Yay! Woo! Hey, listen, it's fine. One of the things you're supposed to do in stand-up comedy as a good comedian, which I'm clearly not right now, and one of the things you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go up to people in the audience. You're supposed to be like, hi, where are you from? Hi, where are you from? Hi, where are you from? And I have stopped doing that in Hong Kong because the answer is never simple. Okay, you never get a one-word answer out of these people. You just go up to them, you're like, hi, ma'am, where are you from? Well, I've been in Hong Kong 35 years now, so I usually say that I'm from here, but I was born in Jakarta. My mum's Danish, my dad's Japanese, but I have an Australian passport through my grandfather and a permanent residence in Palau. Okay, and where are you from, sir? Oh, Australia, we know. Oh, okay, we know, sir. We know where you're from, we could tell. Anybody here from a country with healthcare? Anyone want to fuck me and give me healthcare? That's someone just, choke me and then take me to the ER. That's what I want, and I want it to be free. I can't engage in risky play when the medical care afterwards is free. Now everyone's going to be like, oh, Seth's into really kinky shit. Ooh, I know, like lightly flicking my nipple. Ooh, kinky. Someone get after me if you have healthcare. That's the only, I will fuck anyone from a country with healthcare. Even a woman, fuck it, I'll fuck a woman. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I will. So, find me on Instagram. Tall Dutch woman with a nice jawline and a lower husky voice so I can pretend you're mask. That's all I want. That's all I want. Do you like pegging? Okay, and that's fine. Oh, I forgot my last bit, so I gotta wander over here again one more time. Hey-o! Gaff. Okay, and no, it's fine. I'm from America. Sorry. And I just feel like I should apologize for that because, everything's my fault. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're responsible for the national security law, actually. I don't know if you know that. That was Trump's idea. Can I say that? Can I assign blame? No, because it's not blame, because it's a good thing, and we appreciate the stability of one country, two systems. One country, one system. Actually, I was thinking it'd be fun to write it, but never mind, that's not a joke. It's just an anecdote I was going to share with my friends because they're here, but that would not be engaging for the audience at home. I can't look at them now. I failed them so miserably. Don't talk about personal things on stage. He didn't call me back. It's fine. I was seeing, I'll riff and then I'll do a bit and then I'm done. Because it's been a long night. We filmed one show this evening. And I was seeing this Colombian boy, we'll call him a boy. I was seeing this Colombian boy for a long time. He's Colombian, so he's done a reasonable amount of cocaine. And and then he ghosted me and he's a cunt. So that's the whole joke, last bit. Here we go. And I'm fine, I'm not bitter. In America, we are having this big debate right now about socialized medicine. People are saying things like, I don't want to pay for other people. I'm not going to pay for... Here's the thing. Nobody in America is complaining about socialized firefighters. Okay, nobody's going around being like, we need to privatize the... I'm not paying to put out other people. Fuck other people in there. Can you even imagine what that system would be like? Just like, 911, please come quickly. The fire's spreading. We got everybody else, but please hurry. All right, ma'am. Thank you so much for your phone call this evening. Happy to take your business. Do you have your fire claim insurance number on you? No, sorry, we left it inside. That's all right, ma'am. Could I just have your surname and legal address? Yes, it's Wilson, 14 Penobscot Road, Chicago, Illinois. Please, we can hear the dog. We left the dog inside. Please hurry. All right, just a second, ma'am, while I pull up your account here. All right, ma'am, I have pulled up your account. Unfortunately, your plan does not activate until at least 50% of the house has been consumed in flames. Would you say you have 50% fire coverage? Yes, the entire first floor is gone and we can't hear the dog anymore! That's all right, ma'am. Your plan did not cover pet rescue. All right, ma'am, we're going to go ahead and send some trucks to your location. I should let you know in advance that some of those trucks may be out of network, so you will have to pay for those out of pocket. Yes, please, just hurry. All is lost. Ah! 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 And ma'am, while I have you on the line, could I interest you in a really quick 3-minute customer satisfaction survey? Hey, listen, you've been a lovely audience, and if you're watching this at home, support the Aftermath, and welcome back your host, Tambi Chan.
Seth Waters, everyone. Seth Waters, keep it going for everyone who's up here tonight. Tim Toe, Rose Rage, Bob, and Jordan. Woo! Awesome. Yeah, you can check out other fine shows for the Aftermath Mini Fringe Festival. We got what, music? We got quiz shows. We got another comedy show I hear. There was another one, yeah? That they're taped already, or maybe taped at some point in the future. I don't know when they're doing that one. Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in, and yeah, support your local library, guys. Thank you. Goodbye and good night.